welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating this look right here. It's super easy and fun for the summer, very glowy, bronzy with a super glossy lip. So if you want to create this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing a natural look today. Just a natural, fresh, clean look where like my skin peeks through. So I'm going to start off with my Becca Backlight Primer. This makes your face super glowy throughout the day. Then once it's rubbed in, I just like to pat it into the skin so it doesn't look like anything sitting on the surface and it all looks blended. Okay, so next I'm going to go into my L'Oreal Lumi cushion. I need to get a new one because this one's kind of dried out. But I'm just going to apply this because it gives you a nice glow and it's not too full coverage. It's definitely like light to medium if you decide to build it up. But I'm just going to do one layer. So I just use the little sponge that it comes with and I just pat it into my skin. And this is a really great formula. It's super lightweight, evens out my overall skin tone and makes my face one color. Okay, so after I apply it with that little like sponge round thing, I just take my beauty blender and then I just dab it again just so it blends in even more. And then it gets all the excess product off. And my beauty blender is damp, by the way. I sprayed it with MAC Fix Plus. So next I'm going to take my Wet n Wild, I believe this is the Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. And I'm just going to cover up any blemishes that I might have, which is this little guy up here. And just around the nose, because I always get red there. Then I'm going to spray my beauty blender with some MAC Fix Plus just to dampen it just a bit, and I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to move on to my eyes next, so I'm just going to take that same concealer and prime my lids just so we get an overall even color. Because I do have some discoloration on my lids and some veins that do pop out. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to be using my Naked Basics, just the original one. Okay, to set the eyes, I'm going to be going in with the color Foxy. And I'm just taking that on an Urban Decay flat definer brush. And I'm just going to set my eyes. Okay, so next for the transition shade, I'm going to keep my eyes pretty light and use just a hint of darkness just in the outer corner. So I'm just going to be taking the other side of the Urban Decay brush, which is just a blending brush. And I'm going to mix those two colors, so I'm just going to mix those two shades, but get more of that WOS in there. And tap off the excess and apply that into your crease. And whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to sweep it upwards and outwards. Okay, so now I'm just going to be taking that Naked 2 color. And using a MAC 217 brush, I'm just going to focus that more in the crease, but underneath the transition shade. Just a little bit underneath it. Okay, so once that's blended into the crease, I'm going to go back in with the Naked 2 And then I'm just gonna apply that just over the lids. This just gives it a little bit more depth to your eyes. And it just keeps that natural look. Now that it's all blended onto my lid, I'm gonna go back in with my Urban Decay brush and then just blend them all together. The transition, crease, and the lid. All I'm going to be doing for the top part of my eye, now I'm going to move on to the lower lash line, and I'm just going to go back into WOS and make it 2, and just blend those together on just any angled flat definer brush, and put that in the outer corner, and bring it halfway, and connect it to the top. We're going to keep it pretty subtle. We don't want anything too dark because then that will take away from the natural look that we are aiming for. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, so that completes the eyes for right now. I'm going to do my mascara towards the end. We're going to move on to the face products, and I'm going to cream contour with my Maybelline Master Contour in the shade 15 Medium. I'm just going to apply some to the cheeks here, the forehead, and a little down the nose. And I'm going to take my beauty blender again and spray some Fix Plus to dampen it, and then I'm just going to blend that out. When you're going for a more natural look, you definitely want to use more cream products than powder because you want your skin to look fresh and glowy. You don't want it to look powdery and matte. Actually gonna go in with my highlighter first before I put any other powder products on, because I feel like if you put your highlighter on first and then like your bronzer and blush, it just looks a little bit better. It doesn't look like ashy, kind of like there's like mud on your face. So I'm just gonna be taking my Essence Pure Nude. It's a really subtle highlighter. It's honestly gorgeous. I'm gonna be taking a BH Cosmetics fan brush, and I'm just gonna actually spray it with some Fix Plus just to dampen the brush so I get a little bit more highlight going on, so like pops just a smidge. And I'm just gonna apply that to the tops of my cheek. And up here, kind of make like a C shape here. Definitely focus more on the tip of the nose with the highlighter, and then you can bring it down the bridge. It's pretty subtle, but you can definitely make your highlighter pop if you spray your brush with Fix Plus, and that's with any powder highlight. So now I'm going to move on to my bronzer, and I'm going to be using my Neutrogena Healthy Skin, color 30 Sunkissed. This is a pretty bronzer. It's honestly gorgeous. I love using it because it's very natural, and it comes with 4 different shades, so you kind of get to pick which shades you want to mix or if you want to use them by themselves. And I'm just going to be taking this e.l.f. brush. I believe this one's from their Precision line. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm just going to be mixing. So I'm just going to mix them together because they're the warmest shades, and I just want like a warm bronze look. Kind of like a look where I like sat out in the sun for a couple hours. And I'm just gonna sweep that kind of like all over the cheek. I'm gonna basically put this all over my face. And then I'm gonna sweep this into the highlighter. And I'm just gonna put some down my nose to set that cream contour. And then I'm going to go along the jawline and bring it down the neck just to blend it. Now for blush, I'm going to be going in with my Lorac Buildable blush in the color Prism. be going in with my IT Cosmetics, the 227 brush. And what I'm going to do is just get a little bit and dust it off. I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and sweep it into the highlighter and bronzer. And just sweep it back. And then I just like to dust over my nose just a bit. It just kind of gives more of that natural look, kind of like I was in the sun. And that's it for the blush. So it's really subtle, it's the perfect nude, it goes with any look. And they're like, I think they're like $18, so they're pretty affordable for a high-end brand. So now for my eyebrows, I'm going to be going with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown. I'm actually going to do my brows off camera because I have to focus. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows, and I already curled my lashes for my mascara. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. This stuff is so good. And I'm just going to apply that. This makes them super long. So I'm not going to apply a lot because I want to keep this more on the natural side. For lips, I'm going to be using this Revlon lip gloss in the color Snow Pink. It makes them super glossy. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but not too bad. It's not like clumps of glitter, so it's super pretty. Okay guys, so that completes this look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was super easy and fun for the summertime, and I'll link all the products that I used down below, so give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!